Do you know what these three messages have in common? It's simple. These clients and prospects found and referred me without me having to lift a finger from the initial work that I did. This is not to say that ads do not work or ads do not convert, but most times a lot of people spend money on ad without exactly building their brand or putting out something that is worth being heard or worth being seen. So in this video, I'm going to break down to you what exactly it is that you need to do to make your business more visible and be able to attract the right clients, the right prospects to you without you running ads, without you having to even lift a finger. And I'm also going to show you action steps that you can start right immediately after this video. If you're new here, my name is Charles. I run a digital and creative agency called Digital Junkie. On this channel, I break down everything digital, talk about the real science behind running a business, how it works, the wins, the losses, and if this is your kind of thing, kindly subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Let's start with something that most people actually get wrong. That is brand. What a brand is. Now, what's a brand? A brand is not just your logo. A brand is not just your tagline, your business name, whatsoever. Because most times when people hear the word brand, that's what comes to the top of mind. But Myron Golden defines a brand as a story that you want to be remembered for. A brand is a story. A brand is an idea. A brand is a formation of a notion that you want your customers to have. A brand is that perception that you want your customers to have when they interact with your business, when they interact with anything that concerns you. As a matter of fact, when they interact with any keyword that is related to that thing that you do or that's related to that service that you do. So when you see outlets or you see when you see outlets on the track or something, one of the first things that comes to your mind, oh, Nike, Adidas. When you hear smartphones, it comes to your mind, is it Apple? Is it Android? And when you hear Android, oh, is it Google? Is it Google Pixel? Is it Samsung? Before you start thinking of this other brand. So, and this is because of the kind of stories that these brands have sold. The things they are ingrained in our mind. We'll think of them first before we think of any other brand. So your brand is that thing that works for you even when you are not there or when you're not present. And if you build this correctly, you would be able to attract or bring in the kind of clients that you don't have to go chasing after every time, or you don't have to be running hard or burning cash to actually get their attention. They automatically gravitate towards you if your brand is built correctly and if you show up correctly. And now that's what I mean when I say my brand gets me clients without running hard. The brand does the heavy lifting. So what does a client attracting brand need to say? How do they need to look? How does it need to show up? There are three things. And if your brand is lacking any of these three things, well, you do have some work to do. And don't worry, they're nothing too serious. There are things you can get started with right away. Number one is what and who you're selling. Number two is why are you the person to go to for that? And number three is your personal value. Okay, so number one, what is it that you do and who it's for? Sounds pretty obvious, right? Well, you'll be so surprised about how many brands show up, how many brands are unclear about what exactly it is that they offer or who it is that they're actually selling. Now, you go to certain websites and you have to scroll on to several pages, go to the service pages, about pages, and all to really understand what it is that the business is about. And if you go to a website like Digital Junkie's website, you see within the first 3 seconds, you automatically are able to decipher what it is that we do. And that is what shows up, that's what covers up for this, what it is that the brand actually does. And now, who does it serve? In your services, you should be able to identify, oh, okay, I'm trying to serve people who are having this particular problem, who are having this pain point. Now, you can actually communicate this by communicating this properly. So if your what is properly communicated, you would actually be speaking to who it is that you need to be speaking to. The next thing is, why are you the person to offer this solution? Why is your brand the one that should be worked with, or why are you the person to offer this service? Now, The way that you can show this and you can prove that you're the person who deserves to be awarded the contract, awarded the job, or to be patronized is by showing proof of your work. Proof can come in form of testimonials. If you go on the Digital Junkies website right now, you will see that the very first thing you see is what it is that we offer, so you can exactly tell we're a digital agency that does branding, web design, and all that. Next thing you see a 5-star rating. Now the 5-star rating basically tells you why we are the one you should work with. The third and final thing that your brand should be communicating is the personal value. Now, personal values are those things that actually make you stand out. For example, when we talk about Nike, we talk about resonance. You think just do it. Think about going for it. You talk about iPhone or talk about Apple. What you think about? Just think about an ecosystem. Think about simplicity with luxury. You think of Rolexes. You think of luxury. So on and so forth, right? So what is the personal value? What is the story that's attached to it? There's certain entrepreneurs that you hear of or certain brands and something comes to mind, right? So what is that thing that is coming to mind? That is where your personal value comes to play. It shows your perspective, it shares your idea, it shares what it is that you stand for. It's easy for people to connect with, and I promise you, people only patronize brands and services that they resonate with. So you put all these together, it is easy for you to get people to gravitate towards you. And I promise you, in whatever endeavor you're doing, if you're creating content, it doesn't matter whether you're getting just 50 views or you're getting 500,000 views. Those 50 views, I promise you, they will be people that are relevant to you or relevant to your business if you show up the right way. And that's the point. You want your brand to do so much work that by the time a new prospect reaches out to you, the work is basically done. You don't have to do so much in convincing them or letting them know why you're the person that they should be working with. All right, let's make this practical. I want to give you 3 action steps that you can take right now. 3 things that you can do practically to uplift or overhaul how your brand shows up and how your brand looks. So I need you to answer these 3 questions honestly. Number 1, your website or profile. If someone lands on your website or profile, does it clearly communicate what it is that you do? Does your bio show what you do, where you are, who you serve? Does it communicate the value that it is that you're bringing or that you're promising? That's one that you need to look at. Number 2, why are you the person to work with? Are you that person? Do you have testimonials? Do you have proof? If you don't have any of that, look in your immediate environment, look at people in your community, look at people in your surrounding who might be needing the service that you're looking to offer or the solution that you're proposing, and offer 1 or 2 free services in order to get testimonials, and then you can ultimately use this to show that you are the person that should be worked with, or you're the person that they should be patronizing. Number 3, does your brand have a personality? So your persona is quite important. So are you telling stories with your brand? Are you authentic with the way you come? Hope you're not saying generic things that everybody says. You're not unnecessarily using AIs. Now, I'm a big advocate for using AI. I'm a big fan of using AI, but most times people just go to AI and just give the generic prompts, create without exactly giving it good parameters and all that. In some of my forthcoming videos, I'm going to be discussing how you can use AI to actually build your brand to stand out, because personally I do that, and I'm going to be sharing some case studies of clients that I work with. But ultimately, remember, your brand needs to have a persona. Why are you the person to work with? Why are you the person that I should speak into? Why are you the one that I should be patronizing? Alright, that's it for this one. If this one landed for you, please subscribe so you can get notified when I release the next video. The next video, I'm going to be talking about why your personal brand is your most valuable assets to your business. And I'm talking about 1 or 2 things that you can do to actually augment your personal brand. So tell me, leave a comment. What is 1 thing that you're going to be doing today? You don't have to do all 3 things that I listed. Just 1 thing. What's that 1 thing you're going to work on right now? Feel free to leave a link to your business or your profile. I might have 1 or 2 things to say about it. I could do free on it or whatever. Let's connect in the comment section.